Greetings everybody, welcome back to another video of Mingers. So today, I decided to let you guys know, today I'm going to be talking about Deadpool. Yeah, so I mentioned that yesterday, telling you guys that there's going to be a Deadpool movie and filming in late March. So I brought up the IGN page for you guys, so I could read it for you guys, so you guys can be stoked when it comes out in 2016. So let's get started and read this little article. So, what it says in IGN for you guys today, it says Deadpool movie reportedly begins filming in Vancouver in March. So, let's get started, everybody. So it says 20th Century Fox will reportedly begin filming the Deadpool movie starring Ryan Reynolds in late March. The film will shoot in the actor's hometown of Vancouver, British Columbia, according to Global News. If you guys don't know, Ryan Reynolds is born and raised from a hometown of Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah, so he's Canadian, man. Canadian actors are awesome. Come on. But yeah, and it also says Reynolds reprises his role as Marvel's Merc with a Mouth, Wade Deadpool Wilson, who was last seen in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Which I have that movie. I've seen it many times, and it's freaking awesome movie. And it also says here for you guys, it says it was recently that actors T.J. Miller, Transformers 4, it's in brackets, Transformers 4, Silicon Valley, Big Hero 6, and Ed Schreckren, in brackets again, Games of Thrones, and the Porter Legacy, those are movies I'm reading out in brackets is saying there, have been in talks join the Deadpool movie. The roles have not been revealed yet, but Miller's role could fit the comic tone of the superhero movie. Deadpool will be directed by Tim Miller and expected to be rated PG-13. PG-13. Is that going to be rated R, ladies and gentlemen? PG-13. And the movie will be hit theaters on February 12th, 2016. So February, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to come out February 12th next year. Does it say anything else? Nope, that's it. That's all it says on IGN for you guys. So that's basically what it says for the Deadpool movie for next year, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, like I said, they'll be doing a late filming in this upcoming March. So, oh, that'll be awesome. So if you guys haven't seen my video yesterday, me talking about being an extra in the movie, I'll put an annotation on the screen up there for you guys. What else am I going to tell you guys about this movie? Really nothing else I wanted to say about this movie, but all I wanted to say to you guys that I wanted to leave you guys this message saying there's going to be a Deadpool movie next year in 2016, and there's going to be filming in this March for the movie in Vancouver, BC. So that's actually kind of awesome that Ryan Reynolds' hometown is in Vancouver, BC. I never knew that he was in Vancouver. Well, I've known he's a Canadian, but I never know where he was. I never actually got a chance to look it up where he lived. So now I know. He lives in Vancouver, BC. It's awesome. He lives like an hour away from where I am. I'm not telling you guys where I live. But, yeah. I just want to tell you guys that. Anything else I want to mention? Oh, yeah. I did mention about the timeline yesterday. About the X-Men Days of Future Past. If it changed in the other movies. So I brought it up. I'll talk about a little bit of it for you guys. So, the other day, I looked up if X-Men Days of Future Past affects other X-Men movies. And I'm going to explain why. So, it says here, X-Men Days of Future Past is a time travel movie. As fans, time travel movies known if you know something in the past, after you alter the future, that the mutants planned in the movie, send Wolverine, aka Hugh Jackman, back in 1973 in order to change a future where humans and mutants have been nearly inhabited by the killer robot Sentinels. Wolverine's very presence in the past alters the timeline, and the way that the movie ends is a bit confusing. We asked the writer and producer Simon Kinberg to explain how the ending of X-Men Days of Future Past affects the other X-Men movies, and hit the jump for what's going to have to say. Warning, spoilers ahead. So if you guys haven't seen anything on X-Men movies, or if you guys have not gotten that far in X-Men movies, this may be spoilers what I'm going to be telling you. It also says, when Wolverine's mind returns at the end of Days of Future Past, he doesn't know how history has changed. As he walks through the X Mansion, he eventually finds that Jean, aka I can't say that name at the moment, and Cyclops, James Marsden, are alive and well, which means that the events of X-Men The Last Stand were drastically altered. Additionally, Days of Future Past indicates that Mystique does not go down a dark path, but chooses to side with Xavier over Magneto. The second one has serious recognition since Mystique has a huge part in X-Men and X2. So what happened to when Wolverine helped to stop the Sentinels? Did he create an alternate timeline, or did he affect the movies we have already seen? Kinberg explains, the end of Days of Future Past in 1973 does change the timeline of the established film universe, but one of the things we pursued in the film is the ability of time. So what would you see at the end of the future that has been shifted but not completely transformed? Our characters are back in the mansion, and we saw them in X1 to 3 with some obvious changes, like certain characters being alive. It's saying that in brackets. So the answer is yes and no. Yes, it changes the timeline. No, it doesn't completely erase anything. So that's what the Kinberg said about the X-Men movies. So you guys get the picture now? And it also says more information here that that's a bit frustrating since I think that an alternate timeline is much easier. We can watch the previous films and know that they happened as we saw them. If things have changed, then technically the first 3 X-Men movies, in brackets, and possibly X-Men Origins Wolverine, Kimber did mention that one, it says in brackets, no longer exist. They have been rewritten, and now what we're seeing is an old draft. While it sounds like fans are now responsible for figuring out what changed and what remained the same, Kingbird says future X-Men movies will explain the altered timeline. So the next future, it's telling us that the future X-Men movies will explain to us what has changed into the altered timeline. And also it says here from the Kinberg, it says, hopefully the X-Men movies to come will help to find that for the audiences, our next film, X-Men Apocalypse, will fit in more of the timeline between Days of Future Past and X1. So that's basically what it says for the timeline. And it also says here, as for how the amount of the time affects certain characters, Kinberg gave a measured response. It says from Kinberg says, characters can change, but like time, they are on a general path that cannot be completely undone. And it says here, so will Mystique return being a bad guy, or only time will tell? That's what it says. And that's what it says on this page. But yeah, if you guys want to see where I'm reading this, I'll leave the website down below in the description for you guys. But that's what it says for what causes the effects for timeline for other X-Men movies. So if you guys don't understand what I'm saying during this whole episode, just watch the parts where I was talking about, because I know I was talking fast because I want to talk slow because it takes time for my video for how long my video is. So that's the info, what exactly happened in the other X-Men movies, how it affects the other movies. So in the later on X-Men movies, where it's going to show us how time has been altered with the different altered timeline. So in the later X-Men movies, it's probably to explain what has changed. So we gotta have to wait for those, basically. But that's all I want to go say for you guys today. So if you guys want to hit that like button if you guys enjoy that info. Hit that like if you guys want to see more of my videos. Please click that subscribe button down there. It's down there now, apparently, the subscribe button. So click down there where the subscribe button is. And leave me a comment what you guys think about this information that you guys have heard now from X-Men Days of Future Past of the timeline. So, for further ado, you guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace!